They always say sometimes, when someone passes away, you can't be for the dead man, It feels like you still have a little bit of animosity there.
I'm evil.
Only _ Wireless, please make sure you include the underscore, and this is only _ Wireless TV. Of course, please subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, and hit the like button for your mans and them. And please don't forget, don't neglect to check out the Fire Been the Dragon Files playlist, over 20 tracks, some remixes, some freestyles, some original music. And also don't forget to check out the Patreon link in the description. That's where I post the artwork that's a little too racy for this platform. Did you check out the Kanye interview? It's not a sit-down interview. It was literally a stand-up interview between two guys that you probably wouldn't describe as stand-up guys. I don't know. I guess that's a punchline. Kanye's interview, I want to say I don't know what to make of it, but I do. It's Kanye West having another public meltdown, but an orchestrated meltdown. So if it's orchestrated, is it really a meltdown? If it's contrived, if it's forced, is it really a meltdown? So if you don't know, now you know. Kanye met with DJ Akademiks in a house somewhere, like in the living room somewhere. It was weird. And he showed up in a black Ku Klux Klan uniform. Would you call that a uniform? Like a firefighter's uniform or like a cop's uniform? I don't know what you would call that, but he showed up in all black, had to take some time to do a little bit of a wardrobe. He had a little bit of a wardrobe malfunction. And then for about 64 minutes, he gave us another, classic, infamous stream of consciousness. I was actually at work to let you in, to let you take a peek behind the curtain, behind the scenes. I was actually at work with one of my earbuds in and decided to just listen to the interview once, maybe twice, and take notes, because I'm not able to read like a published article that summarizes the interview. So I decided to title my notes Ruffling Feathers, because that's what Kanye set out to do. But at this point, I don't even know if anybody cares, because he's playing the old hits. He's playing the greatest hits of a Kanye West rant. So during the rant, Kanye seemed manic. Not manic to the point where he was gonna hurt himself or hurt anybody else in that room, but he seemed manic. Bipolar. Examples of bipolar. I got these in parentheses, right? You should check it out. He was once a Kendrick supporter, very vocal during the beef between Kendrick and Drake, or during the height of the beef, because the beef is never gonna die. The beef might outlive Kendrick and Drake, legacy-wise. But he was a supporter of Kendrick. Now he denounces Kendrick, but then he contradicts himself later in the interview, but I'll get to that. He denounced Drake. He's had this long-standing love-hate, homie, lover, friend, scorn, lover. Like, I don't want to put too much on it, man, but he's had a beef with Drake for years and was willing to collaborate with Kendrick. It was an unauthorized collaboration. If you remember, he did a remix, but I can't remember the track. But in the beginning of the song, he gave a shout out to Kendrick. Like, I got him, dot, didn't need you and didn't want you to get him or got him or have him. But he had a problem with Drake. In the interview, in this new interview with DJ Akademiks, he kind of champions Drake. Talks about Drake being much bigger, I'll say it, pause, being much bigger than Kendrick, having more hits than Kendrick, just being on another level, more of an impact. But let me get back to my notes. Kanye West has a hero complex, believes he's past canceled. He cannot be canceled. And at this point, I'd have to agree with him, because he could have been canceled after George Bush. He could have been canceled after Taylor Swift. He could have been canceled after the MAGA hat. He could have been canceled numerous times, but his career has 9 lives. So here I am talking about Kanye for my own selfish reasons, because for my own avarice, I want to use a $10 word, for my own greed, I got to get my watch time out of Kanye. Kanye is consumed by anti-Semitism. It's to the point where it's not even it never was funny, but now it's just, he's consumed by it. You know what I mean? It's almost like he spends every waking hour thinking about Kim, Drake, now Kendrick, and the Jewish community for reasons that a lower middle class Negro like myself may never understand. These are 1%er problems, rich problems, problems that even the most delusional or the most diehard of Kanye's fan base cannot and will not ever be able to relate to. So that's what makes the rants more confusing and amusing than enlightening, at least to me personally. Hyper-religious, kept quoting or misquoting God, kept bringing up the Lord. I don't know why I just did that. The Lord and God are the same, one and the same. I don't know, it's been a while since I've been to church, honestly. Called himself Puffy's twin. That's not gonna age well. Moving on. Thinks Kim Kardashian and Playboy Cardi are working for the Jews. I said that weird, I said Jewish. Working for the Jews, the infamous Jews. He loosely threatened Kendrick, gave a warning to Kendrick that I'd imagine as a Kendrick Lamar fan, and I am, I don't know, man. Like, I think the ability to separate the artist from the art is important. I would even go as far as saying that it's necessary in most cases. So am I a Kanye West fan? Like, am I a fan of the music that Kanye produces? Yeah. You know, Kanye, he got slaps, but I doubt Kendrick or his circle. I mean, they'll be aware. You know, it's Kanye West. So when he says anything, including crazy stuff, the world listens. I listen to it, you know, for damn near 2 hours. But does Kendrick care? Like, is Kanye even on his radar? I doubt it. Fashions himself as a martyr. Feels betrayed by Jay-Z and Beyonce. He will be considered clinically overweight. I'm kind of just running through these points. Kanye would be considered clinically overweight, not obese, but he's chubby, he's pudgy. He kind of looks like his old mascot, like the graduation bear or the high school, no, excuse me, not high school, the college dropout bear. He kind of looks like that, but he despises obesity. And I think in general, like, even an obese person does despise obesity. The big and beautiful thing, it can be dangerous and misleading. I don't want to go off on a tangent, but I'm already on that tangent, so here we go, ride this wave with me. I do think that obesity in America is a problem. It's a fact that it's a problem, but it's strange for a guy who would technically be considered like semi-obese. Like, Kanye can't be healthy. Kanye's not at his fighting weight anymore, but he's gang-banging against obesity, particularly women who walk the runway and don't meet his criteria for beauty. They're not Kim Kardashian lookalikes or Kim Kardashian deepfakes. Says F-U-C-K Jay-Z, quote unquote, and complains about royalty. Says Kanye is, he's not eating off of his own royalties the way Hov is. Repeatedly calls former associates FAGGOTSs. I spelled it out, but I will not say it. And calls them broke-ass slaves. He's talking about his former team. Some of these are artists that were formerly signed to his label, including Pusha T. Calls Pusha T broke. Calls John Legend a, quote, sissy. I think I can get away with that. He also said that John Legend smells like mashed potatoes, which is just hilarious. Says Kendrick has no hits. Says that he believes he speaks to the people's gut feeling. As one of the people, nothing that Kanye says ever speaks to my gut. I don't even feel comfortable saying it out loud, to be honest with you. But he makes me laugh. And laughter is the gift that keeps on giving. Contradicts himself throughout the interview. Says that he'll never speak against somebody that didn't speak against him publicly, even though Kendrick Lamar never publicly spoke against Kanye West, Mr. West. Says Ty Dolla $ign's artist Leon was dropped because he didn't denounce Kanye. Or at least because that Leon, Ty Dolla $ign's artist, would have been dropped if Ty Dolla $ign hadn't spoken against or hadn't denounced Kanye West. So we had an issue with Ty Dolla $ign, who we just produced an album with, just released an album with, the Vultures album. So another one strikes the dust. Says he 137x'd Ty Dolla $ign's career. 137. I don't know where that number came from, but I'll just go with it. Says Jim Jones used him to make $2 million in crypto because Kanye took a meeting. And then he kind of went on and on about his issues with Jim Jones. Felt disrespected because Jim Jones couldn't create a PDF. I'm not playing with you right now. Like I'm not joking. He really did that. Says he ended Frank Ocean's career. Says that he's 10 times stronger than anyone living at music. Stronger at music. I didn't know you could be, but that's what Kanye said. He considers Howard Hughes, Walt Disney, and Steve Jobs as peers. But that's old. He said that during the infamous rant. You ain't got the answer, Sway. So what's that? Over 10 years old now? Probably over 10 years old. Maybe over 50. Damn. How long has Kanye been ranting? Says that he said F-U-C-K Virgil Abloh because he's evil. Because Ye is evil. Describes his tirades as the wrath of God. Because Kanye, of course, is God. Thinks every celebrity is jealous of him. Believes he's anointed. I might have misspelled anointed. Still upset about the Nike deal. Calls Travis Scott an F-A-G-G-O-T because he was removed from a Travis Scott album. Believes he's God, but I think I already said that. Says it hurt him to hurt Jay. Let me say it again. Says that it hurt him to hurt Jay. And he also says that he's not angry with Kendrick. He's jealous because God is jealous. That's a direct quote. And doesn't like the way Kendrick was used. So my thoughts, before I ask for your thoughts. Ye comes across as the type that would slap someone and expect an apology because he hurt his hand. Slapping the person he wants an apology from. In a nutshell. This is a cry for attention. It's working because I'm giving him my attention. The internet is giving him their attention collectively. But what was really interesting is, I also said his mind works like my baby mama. She's a schizophrenic and so is Ye. And what's really interesting is that I didn't realize that Cardi had reached out. I missed it because I don't follow Cardi. I don't follow Kim Kardashian. But I didn't realize that Playboy Cardi reached out to Kim about North collaborating or Northwest collaborating with him. So it's weird because there's an 11-year-old involved. So it's kind of creepy. But I don't know, man. Those were my notes. Those are my thoughts. That's what I took away from, that's what I extracted from the Kanye stand-up, not sit down. Remember, a stand-up with DJ Akademiks, who's not actually a DJ. But let me know what you think below. _Wallace TV. Out.